Round number 8 of the 2023 Grand National Cross Country Racing Series is ready to roll here on MAV TV. Coming off an epic round of racing, turning back the clock as the Gator Adam McGill went out and got him a win. Can he back it up here today? GNCC on MAV TV starts now.
To go, GNCC Racing!
Hello and welcome to round number 8 of the 2023 Grand National Cross Country Racing Series, presented by Specialized at AMA National Championship. We are here for the Mason-Dixon GNCC, the Parts Unlimited Mason-Dixon GNCC, and we begin, as always, with our Specialized race recap round. John Pitton, a round of racing. It was really unlike any other. Jared McClure, great start by him. The Honda boys out in full force in this one. Adam McGill would end up chipping away at it and ended up in the lead. As we know how it ended up with the win as well. But nonetheless, early on in this one, it was a dogfight. Weather was nasty. One of the muddiest, nastiest races I think I've ever been to. But hey, we're all there. You got to embrace it. And that man right there, the 521, Adam McGill Honda, out there getting it done. Grabbed the early lead. And what a race by Josh Merritt as well. The number 11. Those podiums have eluded him. He said, enough is enough. I'm getting on the box. He made it happen at the John Penton. And how about it for Adam McGill? Going out and getting the win. I've said it before. Quite frankly, if you don't like watching the old wily veterans have some success on the racetrack, well, you just plain don't like racing. Great battles throughout. In round number 7, Bryson Neal fought and clawed back into a number 3 spot, but the Gator, the showers of, well, probably a few barley pops in there, but nonetheless, fantastic ride by the Gator, Adam McGill at the John Penton. Can he have some more of that magic here today? Taking a look at your results, it was McGill, Merritt, and Neal. How about it for the rookie, Wyatt Wilkin in 4th and Glotta in 5th?
Dude, it was chaos. We didn't have the greatest of starts, and we got out there and some of them bottoms down there, and man, these 22-inch overbore advents, I had no issues. Just them guys were all going around with the small tire, and I was like, hey, I've been watching Monster Game. Watch Great Digger get over this and just buried it down in there, and that thing just tractored through everything. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hold it together. We got there towards the last lap, down over there behind where the start was, and there was a guy spun sideways, bike shut off. I ended up having to get on my bike, get him turned around, getting him off the track, and was able to get by, and Josh caught me again, and man, I was just praying. I was praying to, 4-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus. I was like, let's hold it on to the end, and we did. Man, I feel like a real butthead. I told my wife to stay home. It was really nasty. It wasn't going to be worth coming. And I'll buy you some bags of dirt, Haley. I love you. And that's it. That's all I got, man. I'm going to go home and buy some dirt, I guess.
Well, taking a look at the results after 7 rounds of racing, B. Neal, the Bidwell Bullet, Bryson Neal leading this one. Pretty comfortable lead for him. But don't think for 1 second that Bryson Neal is going to let up and give these guys a break. XC1 Pro Class. We fast forward to today, and All Balls Racing Whole Shot Award up for grabs as our riders jockey for position. And oh, how about that? That was Ronnie Rush, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the 714 grabbing that whole shot and early lead. If it wasn't the 714, might have been the 712. John Glotta out there looking a better look. Josh Merritt, though, with the early lead. Come on, get you some. The old wily veteran, the winningest rider in GNCC history. Of course, that is Chris Borich sitting in the number 2 spot as we turn our attention now to the XC2 Pro-Am class and BNR Motorsports Whole Shot Award up for grabs. Ooh, little carnage in turn number 1. as our riders, that one was close. We take a look at how things have shaped up from the Yamaha Racing Skycam as we watch our riders as they'll duck into the woods now. Steve Harrell, he has been automatic this year. He's won all but one. That was round number 6, where B.O. Brandon Owens, the 246 Yamaha, finally was able to steal a win away from him. But it was Steve Harrell returning to his winning ways in round 7. What does he have in store for these guys here in round number 8? Back with the XC1 now. And got to hand it, Adam McGill, he's in the thick of it. He kind of alluded to, hey, I'm not worried about the Mason-Dixon. I got the win at the John Penton. I'm already focused on snowshoe. So wouldn't expect anything else from the Gator, Adam McGill. Love to see it. Just love that he's coming off the win. He's certainly riding high. Rest of our XC1 class rolling through now. Still pretty tight racing. But boy, we got a good one brewing here at the Parts Unlimited Mason-Dixon GNCC. This broadcast of GNCC Racing on MAV TV is brought to you by Specialized. It's you, only faster. And Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. And welcome back to GNCC here on MAV TV. Well, GNCC, as we've mentioned in the past, more than just the pros, more than just ATV and motorcycle racing. We also feature the EMTB series in full force. I mean, we are in the thick of the season. Gotta love EMTB racing at GNCC. Specialized, really kind of sweeping the GNCC series by storm. Obviously, they're the presenting sponsor, and boy, they have done some amazing things to propel the series forward. We've seen some great battles. Cypress Gorey, Charlie Mullins, all of the guys out there duking it out in that XC1 Pro class. Of course, it also features an XC2 class. There's a women's pro class, there's youth, there's amateurs. And quite frankly, I think my favorite class, the big bore class. That means if you are 200 pounds plus, there's a class for you. These guys, they're not 200 pounds plus. That was Cypress Gorey and Charlie Mullins rolling through there a moment ago. Two very fast riders. Great rider, Ty Teasdale. Talon Hawk out there. Congratulations, by the way. Related, unrelated. How about that finish, by the way? Cypress Gorey making it happen. By the way, Talon Hawk, let's give a shout out to Barry Hawk. Just recently inducted into the AMA Hall of Fame. Love it. We're here for it. And then, of course, hey, we had some autograph signing. Morgantown Power Sports making it happen. Stu Baylor, Johnny Gerard, Ben Kelly, Craig DeLong, all the big names and heavy hitters out there. There's Ronnie Rush. I know Bryson Neal. There's Bryson Neal signing some autographs. So a ton of fun for the fans. There was a dunk take. There's Thad Duvall. Bang, he goes down. I think Jacoby threw out more pitches than anybody else. I don't know. Thad, Maggie Duvall, if you're thinking about putting your kid in racing, I'm not saying don't. You might have something in the pitching leagues, too. Let's get him into the show. The MLB is calling Jacoby. Meanwhile, Josh Merritt. Are you kidding me? This man, what else can you say about him here in 2023? We'll talk about Merritt for a moment. Going into the 2022 season, Merritt really felt, there is Cole Richardson in the number 2 spot, by the way, but Merritt really felt like, hey, I'm going to be a podium guy. I'm a top 5 guy. I want to be up there battling for podiums this season. This is going into last year. Never really came to fruition for him. But here in 2023, things took, honestly, a giant leap forward. And he's having that success now here into the thick of this season. And some troubles right there for Boric. Boric checks up a bit. And maybe some bike troubles for Boric. Not 100% sure what's going on there, but really, really odd to see Chris Boric checking up like that with McGill hot on his heels. Meanwhile, Cole Richardson goes back to work on Josh Merritt, and as expected, little mistake right there by McGill, but he's back on the throttle. And the 521 Gator, he trying to keep himself in a podium position. And there is the number 14 of Chris Boric. Back and rolling, but just not riding with that sense of urgency we saw earlier. And here we go. Love it. We're here for it.
Cole Richardson. I believe he might be our new leader out in front of Merritt. Unless we missed Merritt somewhere, but love this little section right here. Nope, there is the number 11 of Josh Merritt. And I got to hand it to Cole Richardson, who's out in front. He's obviously made the pass on Merritt. Cole said, coming into today, I feel confident. I feel like I'm the guy to beat here at the Mason-Dixon. And as the Gator attacks this section, fans loving it. I don't know how this is going to go for some of our B classes, but the pros certainly make it look easy. We'll put it that way. But again, back to Cole Richardson, your leader out in front. He said, I feel like I'm the guy to beat today. I feel like I've got the best machine. All the pieces are coming together. I'm good here at the Mason-Dixon. And, I thought prior to the race, hey, talk the talk, walk the walk, but you got a few guys out there that are going to have something to say about it, one of which, the number 1 Phoenix Racing Yamaha of Bryson Neal. Right now, Neal outside of a podium position. Cole Richardson is talking the talk and walking the walk. He leads this one out in front, as there is B. Neal now. Now Bryson Neal in the number 4 spot, if we're not mistaken, behind Adam McGill. So he is just outside of a podium position. And here comes the rest of the XC1. It's going to be heated battles throughout the rest of the ranks. Chris Borch still trying to keep charge, but it is that man right there, the Cole train. Cole Richardson feeling confident. Make it happen for a win. We'll be right back. Well, as mentioned prior to the previous commercial break, or coming out of it, GNCC, more than just the pros. Well, obviously, it's more than just humans. My goodness, we had the Mowgli Dog Show, a huge fan hit. Hey, maybe it went on a little too long, okay? It might have drawn out a little bit. We may need to put some rules and regulations in place for next year, but nonetheless, the dogos had fun. The puppies had fun, and I don't care if you're 3 months old or you're 30 years old, you're still a puppy. And that German Shepherd back there said that little dapple dachshund looked like a tasty and delicious snack. But we won't let it happen. No, sir. No, ma'am. How about that? Our judges feverishly working there to figure out who is going to be the pup that stands out. Several different classes. They were by age group and weight. Fun had by all. That's what I'm getting at. Very cool little event for everybody. And then, of course, the Stasic race. Quite frankly, look, I know we're not out there racing for points. I know the kids are out there just having fun. But we're banging bars. We're trading plastic. Rubbin's racing. And if you tell these kids, hey, it's just for fun, they're going to go, no, I'm going to get a win. Okay? I'm going to get me a podium, if nothing else. They are competitive. The drive. It's the future of GNCC out there aboard those Stasics. And I got to say, shout out and thank you to Stasic. The little ones, they start out on the Striders. They upgrade to the Stasics. By the time they're off the Stasic and they get to a PW50, these are, tenured. They've been racing and riding more than half their life. They have been waiting for this moment their whole life. Let's put it that way. And I love that. I know it's a short life because they're young, but hey, this is what it's all about right here. Get you a refreshing drink and go back to work. And go back to work is what Cole Richardson is doing out in front, leading the way. He talked the talk prior to the race today. He said, Mikey, I'm the man. They got to come out. They got to chase me. I'm setting pace, and I'm going out, and I'm getting me a win. I'm sick of not having a win this season. I've come up short a few times, and today is not going to be that day. Now, I don't want to speak for Cole, but that would be my thoughts if I was in his situation right now. Come get me. The number 4 out in front, the Cole train. Cole Richardson looking for a convincing win. Bryson Neal has worked his way into the number 2 spot now. And we wait on 3rd. Hunter Hart was in the fight. And as was Adam McGill, but Cole Richardson putting on a blistering pace today. He's been stellar. He's been stellar from start to at least this point. Still got a little ways to go yet before he can seal the deal, but our camera has time to pan back and look for our rider. No, still Cole train out in front. Here we go. This is what we all signed up for. How about this?
Coltrane will be challenged by Bryson Neal. Little bit of separation for the Coltrane. Man, Cole certainly letting it all hang out here at the Mason-Dixon GNCC, and Bryson Neal goes to work. He gets a pit board. He knows how far behind he is now. Can he hang on? We'll be right back. This broadcast of GNCC Racing on MAV TV is brought to you by Specialized. It's you, only faster. And Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. Well, welcome back to GNCC here on MAV TV. We have got ourselves a battle for the #1 spot for the win. The Coltrane, Cole Richardson, Bryson Neal trying to make something happen. Mercy sakes alive, here we go. Down to the wire, just a few turns now before the finish line. Can Bryson Neal force him into a mistake, or will Cole Richardson hang on for the win? The right-hander, Cole checks up a bit. Bryson Neal goes to the outside, tries to make it happen, unable to do it. Cole Richardson shuts the door on him and takes the checkered flag here at the Mason-Dixon GNCC. And that is what GNCC Racing is all about. Look at that. You don't think that man left it all hang out for that win? That is a look of exhaustion. That's a look of a winner. That is what it takes to beat a man like Bryson Neal. What a ride by the Coltrane, Cole Richardson. Getting watered down. Zach Herron right there helping out. He says, I got you, my guy.
We got it done. You know, we had a solid lead. We was trying to hold it the whole race, which I think we did. And going into that last lap, I think we was like 47 up, and about every 3 miles or so, Bryson was slowly like 10 seconds, 8, and like, you know, we knew he was catching us, but we just wanted to, you know, ride mistake-free, and unfortunately allowing him to kind of make up that time here and there to play it safe. At the end, it cost me. There were some lappers, and as you can tell, he was right on me there, but, you know, we got it done, and I'm pumped to click off, honestly, and win. You know, I didn't get any last year, and, you know, I know if we could get out front, you know, we could do this, and this wish was a little bit dustier on my side.
Cole, what's the plan going into the rest of the season?
You know, even before the season started, you know, I know we're capable of wins. You know, I want to get multiple wins, and you know, we showed we was on the podium. You know, most of the first, I think, 4 or 5 rounds there, and you know, we just had a string of bad luck. But I knew we would come through, and you know, when we have a good race, we'd be able to be up front or battling for wins, and couldn't be more pumped to do it that way.
Well, again, just a huge congratulations to the Coltrane, Cole Richardson, and Bryson Neal. What a ride. Had to fight from middle of the pack, worked his way up into the 2 spot, and was there in striking distance for the win against Coltrane.
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to get this thing back to second place, track the leader down, and then put some wheels on him, and you know, almost make a pass in some of the fields. I'm pumped. You know, the last 2 races, I got to get my head out of my butt. You know, I just been in the wrong place, wrong time, and on the start, people zigzagging, and you know, I got into somebody go around the first corner, and I get hit from the right, and then go around into the 3rd corner. Someone else came kind of like out of their line, came straight left, knocked my front end over, and flipped me. And I was like, oh gosh, this is a long day, because man, that track was so dusty. The first lap especially, we got it looked like it rained. You know, I felt raindrops in my goggles, but I never really saw rain. But when I came around some of the section of the track that was dusty, there was wetness. So I guess it rained, and that was really nice. This track firmed up really awesome, and man, when I was able to get me a clean pair of goggles and clean trail, I was really able to let this thing work. These CST tires, Elka shocks, the Hauser A-arms, the DASA engine, this thing was eating, man. That last lap, we put on a heck of a charge. We ran as hard as we could, and man, we got to the rear wheels of Cole right before Pro Row. We showed him some wheels, and we did all we could, but we ran out of time. But all in all, we're pumped to bring home a second place, and you know, keep this thing finished in the races.
As we take a look at the results from today, again, Coltrane, B. Neal, Hunter Hart, Adam McGill, how about at a 4th place, and Josh Merritt hanging on for a top 5. Stellar day.
Yeah, you know, I thought I had the jump going in the first corner, and then I got darn near spun out in the first corner. And then, you know, it was just, yeah, it's bumper cars, unfortunately, off the start. You know, excited to be row 1 at Snowshoe. And then, yeah, it was super dusty. I don't think Bryson saw me. I went outside. He actually landed full out on the front of my bike, a little bit in, just a racing incident. And then him and I, fortunately were able to literally work our way from, I'd say last and second to last. 2 weeks in a row we've done that. It was good. We were right there. Just unfortunately caught some lappers at the wrong time. He was able to throw a little bit of dust. And then from there we just lost sight. But no, it's good to be back on the box, Bike definitely didn't go straight. That was a big bummer, to go straight. I was kind of sideways, and it was rough, it was definitely a rough day from the word go, but no, made lemons out of lemonade today, and excited for snowshoe. That's one of my more favorite tracks, super tacky, and it'll be a good day. It was all in all a decent day. I just wish we could have been a little closer to the front a little earlier on, but no, it was good.
Now taking a look at the point standings coming out of this one. B. Neal, still your points leader, 197 on the season. Things looking good for Neal. Hart in second. And how about it? Adam McGill in third in points as we head to Snowshoe. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. That one might be special. And speaking of special, we take a look. Specialized race recap. Off and rolling in this with the XC1 class. And it was, I believe that was Ronnie Rush. That's 714, not the 712. Hey, credit where credit's due, right? Dusty conditions. Oh boy, we got her done. Great ride out of Josh Merritt. He continues to check boxes in his pro racing career. And I got to think today, hey, lead the XC1 for a bit. Didn't get the win, but that experience alone, being able to key off those guys up front and feel what that feeling of leading a GNCC, that's pretty special and certainly something Josh Merritt can now pull out of the toolbox. Bryson Neal, boy, he had to go to work. And to work he went. He made Cole Richardson earn it. And Cole, to his credit, said, hey, I'm the guy to beat today. I'm feeling confident. I'm good at the Mason-Dixon. And he is. He's got wins here before. But Bryson Neal really applying the pressure, trying to force him into a mistake late, unable to do so. And to Cole Train's credit, and you ask any of those guys in the XC1, one of the hardest guys to pass. No doubt about that. He was able to close the door on B. Neal's last attempt and bring it home for the win. What a day in GNCC. An absolutely stellar ride by the Cole Train. Actually lost his chow as he came across the finish line. Not sure if he caught that. Pretty cool stuff. I'm here for it. That's going to wrap things up for us. I'm Mikey Waynes. We'll see you at the races.